what's up? I'm Dominique. Welcome to today's video. It is finally June, and you know what that means. It's Pride Month! And in honor of Pride Month, today I'm going to be creating this rainbow cut crease Pride inspired eyeshadow look. And of course, I'm going to be teaching you exactly how I did it and showing what products I used and everything in between. We are diving into all things rainbow eyeshadow and gems and glitter and everything in between. And before we get into the video, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you're excited for Pride Month. Leave a comment about what you're doing for Pride this year. And of course, as always, don't forget to subscribe so that we can become besties. So get ready, buckle up, bust out all of your colorful eyeshadow palettes and blending brushes, and let's get to work! The first thing I do to start off every eyeshadow look that I do is prime my eyelids. And to do this, I'm using the NARS Soft Matte Concealer. It looks like this. It comes in a cute little jar. And I just use a brush and I apply it straight onto my eyelid all over, going all the way up to my eyebrow. So since this is a Pride eyeshadow look, I gotta use all my colorful eyeshadow palettes. And for this look, I'm going to be using this Beauty Bay Bright Matte Eyeshadow Palette. The colors are amazing. They're very pigmented and they blend beautifully. So I use this palette a lot. And as you can see, I've hit pan on a few shades. So I love this one. Definitely recommend. Using the correct brushes, size, shape, angle is very important when it comes to doing your eyeshadow. So for all of my colorful looks, I will use the tiniest eyeshadow brushes that I have. So this is a pencil brush from the brand Peaches and Cream in the number PC32. It's a baby pencil brush, and it's gonna help me blend and layer all of my colors together. This is a size comparison between the Morphe M441 brush and the Peaches and Cream brush that I just showed you. And you can see how the Peaches and Cream brush is a lot smaller than your typical crease fluffy brush. If you've never tried out the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner, you are missing out. This is amazing. I literally can switch any of the colors off my brushes using this. I spray it on, wipe it on a towel, and the color comes all off, and it's ready to use instantly because it's quick drying. It's perfection, and I can't do my eyeshadow without it. The first brush I'm going to use is this pencil brush by Peaches and Cream in the number PC07. I'm taking the black in the eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to start off by creating this wing shape on my crease, and I'm gonna flick it out towards the end of my eyebrow, but I'm not going too far with it because I don't want it to be that dramatic, even though this is going to be extremely dramatic because it's me and I'm very dramatic with my colorful looks. So now I'm just stamping on the black along the edges of that wing that we created, and I'm building it up so it's very pigmented, and you can't see any of my eyelid underneath this black wing. It's so pigmented, and I have about 4 layers of black eyeshadow just on this one shape. Next, I'm taking this Peaches and Cream PC39 brush, and it's a baby fluffy blending brush. I'm not going to put any color on this brush. I'm going to take it along the edges of that black wing that we have in our crease, and I'm just gonna lightly blend out the edges. And I mean just the edges, okay? I'm gonna scratch back and forth lightly so that just the edges blend out. I'm not bringing it up to my eyebrow. I'm not doing circular motions. I'm just scratching back and forth with my brush half on my eyelid and then half onto the black wing, if that makes sense. Okay, so now you can see that the black wing is just blended out on the edges slightly. So now I'm gonna start layering a bunch of other colors on top. I'm taking a dark red on the PC33 brush, and I'm tracing along the black wing with this dark red, and I'm layering it and I'm packing it up so it's very pigmented along the shape of this wing. And don't be afraid to bring it down into that black. And of course, as always, make sure to layer it up so that's very pigmented before moving on to the next color. Next, I'm taking dark orange on the same brush, and again, I'm layering it along the edges of that black wing, only a little bit. Make sure to leave space for all the other colors, but I'm also connecting it to that red by scratching back and forth to help blend those two colors together. With the same brush, I'm just doing the exact same step with some yellow. So I'm connecting the yellow to that orange, and I'm layering it so it's very pigmented. Same brush and some dark green. I'm just layering it along the edges of that shape before moving on to the blue. And of course, I'm bringing it into that yellow, and I'm scratching back and forth to help blend those two colors together. This is a trust the process look because obviously right now this looks absolutely horrible, but stick with me here. This is gonna work out and it's gonna look beautiful in the end. Same same brush and some dark blue, I'm just packing it along the edges of that black wing, connecting it in towards that green and scratching back and forth to help blend those two colors together. And then last step, I added some purple to finish off that shape. Now you see why it's important to use really small pencil brushes for this, because if you use a too big of a brush, you're not going to be able to layer those colors so close and so pigmented next to each other without taking up like half of your eyelid space. And take your time with this. This is not something that you can just rush. This is special because it's Pride Month, okay? Alright, so now I'm going to repeat the exact same steps that I just did, but with medium shades of each color. So now I'm taking a slightly lighter shade of red on the exact same brush, and I'm building it up and layering it over the edges of that dark red. So it should be black, dark red, now medium red. Same brush and a medium orange. I'm packing up the color along the edges of that dark orange, and I'm also making sure to connect it to that medium red so that they blend together seamlessly. You see our little rainbow starting to look better? Same brush and some yellow. I'm packing it along the edges of the dark yellow, and I'm connecting it into that medium orange to help blend together. And I'm making sure that the yellow looks very pigmented before moving on to the green. I'm taking a medium green on the exact same brush, and I'm just blending it along the edges of that dark green, and I'm bringing it into the yellow to help blend those colors together as well. Alright, you guessed it. I'm taking a medium blue on the exact same brush, and I'm layering it up along the edges of that dark blue, and I bring it in to help blend the green and the blue together. And lastly, on the exact same brush, I'm just layering that medium purple along the edges of the dark purple, and you know the drill, blending it into the blue so that they blend together. And if you mess up, you can just wipe it off. If you're using concealer as a primer, that is. You got it, you got it. We are on the last layering step. We are almost there. I'm gonna take the same brush, I'm dipping into the lightest red that you can see, mixed with a tiny bit of white eyeshadow to help lighten it up, and I'm just scratching along the edges of that red, and I'm building it up so that it's pigmented. With a light orange, I'm just layering it along the edges of the oranges, and I'm building it up so that it's pigmented, and then also connecting it into that light red by scratching back and forth like this in between where the colors meet. Now I'm just packing up that light yellow on top of all the rest of the yellows, and I'm making sure that it's very pigmented. Next, I'm adding some light green along the edges of all the greens. Then I'm layering the lightest blue along the edges of all the blues. And last but not least, on the exact same brush, I'm finishing off the shape with the lightest purple. Now this looks horrible, so now we're gonna go back in and we're gonna add those colors to help make it more rich and vibrant. So with the first brush that we used and the black eyeshadow, I'm just gonna go back in and I'm gonna define the black shape. So I'm just stamping it along this shape. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So now I'm gonna take the PC32 brush, and I'm just gonna add in all the medium shades of each color. So I'm starting off with purple, and I'm just scratching it along the edges of the black, and I'm keeping it in the exact same placement where I placed the shade before. Same brush in the medium blue, I'm just placing it along the edges of the black and connecting it into that purple, and I'm building it up so it's pigmented, always. See, we are getting somewhere now. Medium green and same brush, layering it up along the edges of the black and then connecting it into the blue. Same brush and some yellow, just packing it along the edges of that black wing, connecting it into the green, making sure it's very pigmented and yellow. Medium orange in the same brush, packing it along the edges of the black and connecting it up into the yellow. Last but not least, medium red on the exact same brush, and I'm just blending it along the edges of that black wing and then connecting it into that orange. Next, I'm taking the tiny fluffy blending brush in the number PC39 and white eyeshadow. I'm just going to scratch back and forth along the edges of all the colors to help blend it all out. White eyeshadow is literally magic. Watch it transform this whole shape into something beautiful. And take your time with this because blending does not come fast. So I'm just scratching along the edges of all the colors. With white eyeshadow, just blending back and forth until it all blends out seamlessly. And I really gotta take my time with this step, okay? So now we're getting somewhere. Now I'm gonna cut the crease, but the way that I like to do it is the most extra way on planet Earth. So you do not have to do it exactly like this. You can just cut your crease or just fill in your eyelid with some concealer and call it a day and you'll be good to go. But for me, I like to be extra, so I'm gonna cut my crease with some makeup remover and a Q-tip. This is gonna make sure that when I cut the crease with some concealer after, the line is like super sharp and clean. I'm just gonna dip the Q-tip into the makeup remover water and then tap the excess makeup remover onto a towel. Now I'm just gonna cut my eyeshadow in the shape of the wing, and I'm just removing everything that I don't want. And you have to apply some pressure to the Q-tip to make it a clean line. I'm removing a good amount of the black because I really want this to be more about the rainbow, duh. See, now the line for the cut crease is so much sharper. So now I'm gonna finish off the cut crease with some concealer. I'm using the Morphe M210 brush, and I'm just stamping the concealer onto my eye and then pulling it down, and that's how I cut the crease. The stamp and pull method. Now I'm just taking some white eyeshadow and I'm covering my entire eyelid with it. So now here's the part where I get to be extremely extra. I'm going to create a really big wing liner. What else says Pride besides a really large wing eyeliner? Now it's my time to be extremely extra, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add some rhinestones along the edge of my cut crease, because what says Pride besides iridescent rhinestones and a big wing liner? Absolutely nothing. But I'm going to be using the Green Duo Lash Glue and some tweezers. I simply apply the glue straight to where I'm gonna apply the rhinestones. Are they called rhinestones or gems? I don't know what they're called. Rhinestones or gems? I don't know. But I'm just gonna simply trace the cut crease line with the glue. And then I'm gonna pick up a gem with some tweezers, and I'm gonna make sure that the shiny side is facing towards me. I'm gonna flip around my wrist like this. I'm gonna look down into a mirror and just place the gem straight onto my eye. And then I'm going to continue this process throughout the entire cut crease. And yes, this is tedious, but it's beautiful when it's done. I honestly love Pride Month. It's one of my favorite months out of the whole year, but now I'm gonna go rhinestone crazy and I'm just gonna add them all over. This look is specifically for anyone who feels like they don't belong, because I promise you that you belong and you are perfect the way that you are. And you are fully capable of becoming the person who you want to be. I want you to know that no matter who you are, you have a safe space with me. You are accepted here and that you are loved. Just know that I fully support you in anything that you want to do in this life. Okay, so here is the eye look that I have going so far. I know I went a little crazy with the gems and the rhinestones, but it's Pride, so of course, you know I had to show out. And honestly, I love creating looks like this. If you go to my TikTok, you will see my profile full of looks just like this one. Now I'm gonna do the other eye off camera, and then I'm gonna come back once it's complete. I had to turn back on my camera while I was finishing up my makeup, because this blush by HAUS Labs is the most perfect blush for Pride. This is in the shade Dragon Fruit Daze, and I'm obsessed. I mean, it's the perfect shade of baby doll pink. Just slather me in this color. I literally bought this the day it came out because I was obsessed. Now I'm just adding the finishing touch to this look, which of course is some black in the waterline. I mean, I can't do a look without adding something to the waterline. I mean, it just pulls the look together. And you cannot forget bottom mascara. It's essential. And I'm really loving how this look came out. I mean, the rhinestones, the gems, the colors, this lip. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. There's just nothing better than a fun, colorful makeup look. I just love Pride Month. The colors, the fun, the love. It's just so amazing to me. Don't forget the inner corner highlight. And that's it. Here is the final Pride eyeshadow look. I mean, I am obsessed with this. I love the rhinestones. I love the gems. I love all things sparkle and glitter. So this is so up my alley. And I mean, this lip and this blush and everything in between, I feel major slay. I know this is a little crazy and a little intense, but this look goes out to all my makeup lovers out there who also want to wear an amazing Pride look. Every year I come out with a brand new rainbow Pride look, and this year I'm coming out with multiple. So be on the lookout on my Instagram for those. I just love Pride Month and the message behind it. It's really wonderful to see people live in their true, authentic self. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I had so much fun creating this Pride-inspired eyeshadow look with you today. I'm obsessed if you can't tell. Let me know what you think about this Pride eyeshadow look down below in the comments, and let me know if you're doing a Pride-inspired eyeshadow look this year, or if you're going to any fun Pride events. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe so that you won't miss out on my next video coming next week. I had so much fun hanging out with you today. I can't wait for the next one. I will see you next week with a brand new video. And of course, as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so that we can become besties. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. Happy Pride Month!